Let's record this as well, just in case. Welcome, everybody. Sorry if you get like the small little infinite thing over there in the corner. It shouldn't be easy to see, I don't think, since my screen's real low. Welcome to the Fan Zone. It is January 4th, 2019, and nobody's going to come on, so I'm going to do the Fan Zone whenever the hell I want. Let me see something. I don't even know if it's going to still work. It's been forever since I've been on here. 30 frames per second, 7.9%, 9.9% CPU. I need to get a Ryzen chip, but it's going to be a ways out. I was catching up on my bills, and then that's how it works. That was my crap. So I don't know if WhatsApp's going to freaking load. It'll look under here, but I'm just glad I got rid of my computer. I got rid of all my fans, so I've got liquid cooling on my my desktop right now. Come on, man. I know you get it. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. What's that? Anything? Is it just not going to open? Let's go all the way down to here. WhatsApp desktop. Is it just not going to open? There, it's acting weird. I can hear it kind of like grumbling down here. It shouldn't grumble though. It's on a solid state. I don't know why it's not opening. Let me look behind here. Maybe it's behind here. Nope, it's not behind here. This is for my freaking brand new printer. I don't know why WhatsApp won't open unless it's in here somewhere. There's my Discord. Let's go ahead and open this Discord. Let's go to the Fan Zone. Video game podcast. Whatever, man. I'm on here, and none of the other guys are on here, so I guess I can go to Xbox app. It's Friday. It's 1:48. Everybody's probably at work. Damien. Let's see. Yes, I was playing Assassin's Creed. Online. Billy the Kid. Magnum's online. This motherfucker. Mike Hoffman. That's it, bro. I don't know if he'd feel like doing something. It's a message. Alright. Alright, let me just... I want to give him the option. Right now. The option to jump on here. So anyways... there's been so much crap. I'm not going to go into here. Let's go to N4G because N4G is full of greatness. N4G.com. Let's go through this crap of news. There's been a ton of news since we've last really done a podcast. Last time I did a podcast, it was the XO event. That was the end of November. So this is basically season 6. We didn't do hardly anything. We started off season 5 doing pretty good, and then it just died out. New jobs. That's what happens when when you got like 30-year-old men not trying to do podcasts. It doesn't work out always. And I hope this ain't gonna be a bitch to me today. Let's go ahead and look and see if I can't. If I can't open one of my other browsers. I know I got another one. There's Google Chrome. Let's open Google Chrome. For a second, I was worried that it's just not going to work. Let's go N4G. My Bears are in the postseason, so that's good news for me. Let's get into some news. Well, that was weird. I dropped off the hot really quick. Maybe because it was termed. So here's the thing that made me kind of want to talk. That and some fucking tweets from. I don't know. Sometimes I get upset. So we won't go to Gaming Bolt because it's a turd fest, and ads just make it horrible, and they pop up viruses. So I'm not keen on going there. Well, basically, interviews a dev, and the dev is insane. In my opinion, the dev is insane. At first, I was like, it said this list might use cartridges. Cartridges meaning like solid state SD. And I was thinking to myself, man, SD cards. Now, what we pay for them is I see a lot of comments about, oh, SD cards are expensive. Cost of SD card. Let's go with 1 terabyte. So 1 terabyte SD card, $30, $22, $15. That's what we pay for them, and we pay way too much for these fucking cards. Frankly speaking, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see it. I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't see it, because this is what we pay for it. What, like, Microsoft would pay for it, or Sony would pay for it, or any company buying a ton of this memory would pay for it. Is like very tiny. So on the wafer, and let's see it. Man, I ain't restarting. I just restarted it. So I was hoping maybe I could find it. SD cards are like on the end of a wafer. Circuit wafer. I hope I'm fucking. So here's a wafer. Here's several wafers, right? So the SD, like the best chips are right here in the middle. And then I guess progressively chips get worse and worse as the further it goes out. At least that's an oversimplification, I think. But that's how it works. And so SD cards are usually these motherfuckers out here, all the way out there. And the memory here is sold to enterprise for thousands of dollars. And then our shit that we buy is like out here somewhere. And then you have like workstations like closer inside. But anyways, SD cards would be like the fucking outside, the like shit that they can't really use. They're gonna put on SD cards. Snooze mother effer. So that's basically, as far as I've been told. If I've watched, and maybe I'm wrong, but I watched someone I can't I can't remember who freaking said it, but I watched it. It's been a couple months, but the person explained it, and he was explaining how Samsung and all these other companies, what they were doing is they were selling more and more of their die space to like high end. They wanted so the first thing they did is they sold as much of the die space as they could to big server farms, right? So Microsoft's, the Amazons, the Googles, so on and so on. IBM, all those companies that are willing to pay thousands, right? And then, so less and less was coming back to us, consumers, standard consumers, and that's what caused a rise. And then there's some shady shit going on, of course, where I think someone found out some evidence that they were purposely causing RAM prices to go up for more profit. So, wow, that's freaking good. So that's how it works, anyways. That's as far as I know. That's how it works. And if it works differently, then maybe I'm wrong. But that's as far as I know. That's how it works. Over here, smacking the cat across her face. She's not even supposed to be in this room. Why are you looking like a lion, licking your lips like my fingers are your food? So anyways, I was thinking, like, we pay $22, but we wouldn't pay $22. I mean, Microsoft wouldn't be paying $22 for those sticks. So is it really outside the realm of reasoning? For me, no. The biggest hurdle isn't the cost. It would become the cost. The biggest hurdle is not the current cost. It's the future cost. Can they make enough to put out 5 million copies of Call of Duty, or, 5 million copies of whatever big franchises come out, 10 million copies of these franchises. Here's something that is interesting about it, though. Assuming that they're flash drives, then they're rewritable. Assuming that, it would be kind of neat if you could put your card in your Xbox or your PlayStation 4 and you had already installed the game, right, on your system, and it would update the card if it had enough room with patches and whatnot. That way, if you delete it off of your system, you can then put the updated version onto your system. Then you don't have to download all those damn patches. That would be a benefit of having these cards. Of course, they'd have to be locked down some way. That way you can't go over there and rip them off or whatnot. It'd be no harder than what they do with my brain is failing me, bro. What they do with discs, when they take a Blu-ray drive, they stick it in their computer and they try and rip it so you can play it on a hacked console. So anyways, at first I was agreeing with some of these people on here. I mean, they were like, oh, it's too expensive. And I was like, really? Not really. Because some games are like massive, right? They're like 256 gigs. If we go to Amazon, and this is Amazon.com. 256 gigabyte, and this is a micro SD. Let's go to 256 gigabyte flash drive. Look at that. It's not really that expensive. And that's for some of the biggest games. I mean, massive games like fucking Halo, the Halo collection, where all those games are together. That's like, I can't think of games much bigger than that. Forza is huge if you got all the DLC. Forza Horizon's huge if you got all the DLC. I can't think of games that even need 256. I'm thinking more like the most games will ever need is 128 gigabytes. 128 gigabytes should be fine, and that's super tiny one right there. You wouldn't be looking at that. It's just, and it wouldn't cost this. This is what we pay after the markup. And there are several markups. So, look at that Samsung one right here. USB 3.1. I wonder if they've got one for a USB-C flash drive. Because the new Xboxes will be using USB-C. I wonder if they've got a little selection for that. High speed. High speed. Frustration-free packaging. Anyways, I don't think it's a lot. I think most games could fit on 64 gigabytes. There's some massive games that would be on 128. What are you doing, Cat? That's my food. Don't be fucking with my food. Man, it's really good. So I don't. At first I was like, hey, that would be a great idea. Then I was thinking, no, he's right. SD is really expensive, but SD USB slots are not really that expensive, and they probably don't cost that much to manufacture. In fact, let's see if anybody's got any. I went and double clicked at my back button. I don't want to go there. That's like going from search engine to search engine. I hate that shit. Flash drive manufacturing cost. Alibaba. There's 99 cents. 8 gig. 64 gig for $4 to $5. Man, I don't know. I wouldn't trust Alibaba. They're always good. That's how I always feel kind of iffy about them. Anyways, I don't think it costs that much to manufacture one. Alibaba is selling it for that. That's probably not that much more than manufacturing cost. So I'm thinking not that much more, a little bit more, but not that much more to buy the stick version. It would be kind of cool if they had it as an option. With the cost being like $10 extra, right? So you buy a game, and if you want the stick version of the game, then you could buy that version instead of the disc-based version, pay an extra whatever fucking $10, $15, get the stick version of the game. That way you can update your stick version of the game to the latest version, which could be touted as good for people living in rural areas. Let's say your friend has the game, and you go to your friend's house and you stick your disc, your little disc in. It'll update that so that then you can go back to your house and then play that game. And people will be like, well, you can just steal the game. No, you can't. So every single disc of every single game has its own individual code, from what I understand. This is a throwback from back when... this throwback from 2013. Remember when they were going to have how to check in every... I don't even remember what it was. Like every day or every 2 days or whatever the heck it was. Every 12 hours. Who knows? I can't remember. It's been freaking 5 years. Closing on 6 years. Because remember, it was March. It's January now of 2019. So closing in on 6 years now. And I'm thinking that this generation will last nearly as long as last generation. How freaking crazy is that? And the only reason it can last that long is because of the PlayStation Pro and Xbox One X. But I was just thinking about that. These new consoles are coming out next year. That means those consoles will be freaking 7 years old when the next... That's how old the PlayStation 3 was. Because remember, the PlayStation 3 came out a year after Xbox. The Xbox, that generation lasted a long time. 8 freaking years is too long. 7 years is too long for a console generation to last. We should be getting our new consoles this year at the freaking latest. But because we had the One X punch in at it works, so that's how it's going to be. Let's see. What other crap do we got? I'm not going to Gaming Bolt, just so you know. There was something else that was huge. I don't care about the M4G. Fallout 76. People have gotten really mad. Overwatch team loses female player due to unforeseen reactions. What? Let's go look at this. What is this about? Overwatch team Second Wind has lost female player Ellie due to unforeseen reaction regarding her appointment, with her being the target of sexist harassment from the gaming community. The big issue with the players is that nobody even knows if she's real. She's pretty much just appeared. She hasn't streamed her gameplay before. Nobody has ever saw her nick in other high-ranking players' streams. While she did eventually play in a stream later, there was no way to confirm who was playing. That totally valid reason to harass her. My point is, a lot of negative reception that she got was because she was a high-level player that nobody knew about before the Second Wind announcement. Doesn't mean that I believe that harassment was correct, but again, we don't even know if she was real. That's how bizarre this situation really is. I think her performance in the competition would have pretty much solidified any worries as such, and I doubt anyone on the team wants to put someone Alright, that isn't a real player. People would have been fucking freaking out. I don't think it matters. People would have lost their fucking mind. Some guy comes out of nowhere. Yeah, this guy's right. But dudes get fucking harassed. Like trying to pretend like it's a female. You come out of nowhere and you're jumping in a team and you got other people like busting their ass to try and go pro, and some person comes out of nowhere and gets a pro deal. Like, I'd be angry too. Busting my ass and someone comes out of nowhere and all of a sudden it feels like a stunt. It wouldn't surprise me if it was a stunt. Here's what pisses me off. This pisses me off. No. Diversity is not important to gaming. We were already diverse. There was already diversity in gaming. Shit was flowing naturally to more fucking expand it, instead of getting a natural movement towards more female leads, more people of color and lead roles. And people act like there's never been any people of color. Like, the fucking coolest guy in Gears was a black guy. Coltrane was the baddest motherfucker in the whole series. Even his son's kind of like Coltrane Jr. Not quite as good. Right? No one's as good as Coltrane. It just blows my damn mind. The people are like this. We don't need diversity in gaming for diversity's sake. Let gaming go down its natural path. As gaming expands, as it has, more people come in. Instead of pushing your fucking ideology, let gaming go to where it was already heading. Lara Croft was breaking fucking ground in the fucking late 90s. Rico was breaking ground. One of the coolest games ever. It's like, are you fucking serious? What the fuck was that game? Where you like beat the fuck out of people with your fist, and it was like a launch title for the Xbox 360. One of my favorite freaking games too. Dude, it was one of my favorite games. Whatever. Where's the launch titles? Condemned! Dude, this guy was a Latino. 2005, he was a Latino. Get the fuck out of here, man. We don't need that shit. Condemned 2 Bloodshot was fucking insane, man. One of the greatest, like, fucking scare scenes I've ever played. The Chronicle. There's another one. Person of color right there. Everybody loved that fucking game. Nobody fucking cared that fucking Riddick was not a white dude. Everybody loved playing as fucking Riddick. People loved Condemned. They didn't give a fuck that it wasn't some white dude. Nobody gave a shit. Right? Nobody cares. Ethan Thomas was not a fucking white dude, despite his white name. It was fucking insane. We were already moving into this direction, and then what happens is we get idiots getting into our fucking our thing that we love, and they want to push their agenda. And when you push something on, motherfucking equal and opposite reaction, you get pushback. Like, nah, hold the fuck on. Who the fuck are you? What have you done? Who the fuck are you, right? Oh, you made a game? Let me try this game out. It's fucking terrible! You get insulted because your game is terrible. It don't matter what the fuck your name is, what's between your legs, or used to be between your legs, or anything. But people were just pushing this shit and pushing this shit. And what happens? You get fucking kickback. You cannot fucking push. You push a fucking gamers as a whole. You know what happens? You get punched in the mouth. Get woke, go broke. As the quartering guy likes to say. Don't fucking push shit. When you push shit, you get put on blast. Gaming will put you on blast. And here's the picture of Battlefield 5. Got woke, it went broke. Here's the problem with Battlefield 5. Plenty of fucking stories to tell about females and World War II. Plenty of great, great stories to tell. Instead, they want to push this narrative of females in the fucking front lines of Europe. And there are plenty of females who played pivotal roles in France, for England as spies, an entire sniper group for Russia. Tons of stories they could have focused on that were real, that had powerful storylines. Instead, they want to throw this shit in our face. And then when people are like, hey, what the fuck is this? Then they call a misogynist and said, if you don't like it, don't buy it. Well, guess what? They didn't fucking buy it. You cannot push this shit. Just let shit flow. This guy is hilarious. You know there ain't enough white people in this show for me to enjoy it. I just thought it was funny. I never understood this need to validate by seeing other people who happen to have the same immutable characteristics. Your gender or your skin color tell me almost nothing about you as an individual. It's not important. I think when people make it important, that's when things get bad. Super fucking, super good response. Give him a like. Let me make sure he gets that like. Super good. It so pisses me off, dude. Look at, I have a dream. But what the fuck happened to the dream? What happened to this? Martin Luther King.
On a hot day in August 1963, and his legacy during the March on...
I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
The March on Washington.
Thank you, the History Channel. I just wanted to get that part. Visit the History Channel. Really good YouTube channel, by the way. What happened to that? I had a dream. The character, the content of their character, not the color of their skin. But it's gone back. We fought so hard as a nation to end segregation. And they went so far as to push fucking stupid laws that were racist. But I understood it. Shit was bad. And so you had to have pushback. It's like you can't be pushing and not expect pushback. So you had to push back. And so they went and they put laws down and said, hey, you can't be a fucking dick. You got to fucking try. Put a fucking effort in hiring black people. You got to put an effort in it. Even if it's just pretend, like the Rooney Rule. Where they know who they want to hire, but they've got to interview a black guy. Which I always thought was fucking stupid. Like, look, we fired him, and the reason why we fired him is because we want to hire this guy over here. Although, to be honest, it's actually really good to go through the interview process, right? It helps you build yourself, and these are what teams are looking for, you know, and whatnot. So never turn down an interview for a job if you can help it. If you can help it, always go to interviews. You'll learn, even if you don't want the job, or even if you don't think the job's for you, or you're not qualified, or anything like that. Just try. It's an experience, and all experiences add to you as a person, in my opinion. I know that maybe somebody doesn't agree, but I firmly believe that we were already moving in a direction, and this would have happened naturally. And instead of this, what we got with Battlefield 5, what we'd had is the Battlefield where it told the stories that happened to women. And it could have been called Battlefield 5. It could have been like a big, huge DLC. It could have been untold stories of women and the untold story of women in World War II. And it could have been a huge, huge thing, right? About what happened, and these women who were young women, a lot of young women were fighting in World War II, especially in Eastern European groups. They were up in the hills, up in the mountains. They were guerrilla warfare fighters. They were fighting for their freedom. It's unfortunately they fought the Germans off, and the fucking Russians imprisoned them. Basically, traded one horrible man for an even worse man. That's there's like no competition. Like everybody talks about Hitler like he was the most horrible person in the fucking world. He killed 8 million people. Stalin killed 20 million people in basically the same time. Stalin was a way worse human being. And that's not taking off how evil fucking Hitler was. Hitler was evil. But in the Hall of Fame of evil, like, he doesn't even get a fucking nod. Nobody says, this guy's kind of a little bit like Stalin. They're all like, he's the next Hitler. That was a Bill Burr kind of reference. But yeah, I don't think... the more you push your agenda into gamers, the more pushback you get. They didn't learn with 2014 and Gamergate. I think they're going to push back, and it's going to happen again. This is just a symptom. You can't make stupid shit. You may have had a really good idea about this female character right here, the one that's actually being shown in here that has her own story. But as soon as you start putting females just randomly in the game, fighting on the front line, you're like, are you fucking serious? Fighting for who? Where did this happen? What was she doing? Why is somebody with a prosthetic arm fighting in the fucking war? They send those people home. Dude gets shot in the ass, he gets sent home. Because he got shot in the butt. I got shot in the butt. You want to see? So, blew my fucking mind, man. That they would try and push this. And then the dumbest fucking thing to ever say is to go, if you don't like it, don't buy it. Are you fucking serious? Your job is to get people to buy your fucking product. You never, ever, 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 ever say, if you don't like it, don't buy it. How fucking far was his head stuck up his own fucking ass to say something that fucking stupid? And this isn't 18 or over, so I'm dropping F-bombs. How stupid, dude, do you have to be to make that kind of decision? That's funny right here. See this? When I was a kid, I think we're moving there already. I had that long pause. Sorry about that. I was like reading for some stupid reason because I like to beat myself in the head. I like to read comments on fucking M4G. I should have a show. I should have a podcast. It's just like the whole podcast is let's read M4G comments and see how much I could fucking rage. That would be actually a pretty good fucking That would be a good podcast. That'd be a great one. I just pick something like super I know it's gonna piss people off. I'll go into like this right here. Anything that says Xbox, right? The best is when it's something like pro Xbox. Then it really gets fucking hammered. Like, I bet you this gets hammered. Let's go to Xbox and see. Kingdom Hearts engine switch beside it by higher ups rather than developers. That probably was benefit. Let's see. I don't see anything that I can really. Go easy on next generation Xbox peripherals, Microsoft. I don't know why that'd be a good one to go into. All right, so we'll just go back to M4G. I think that'd be great. I think that would make a good one. This is another good one. I don't even want to go in there. That's a shit show. That'd be a shit show waiting to happen. This will be a shit show. Anything with Xbox in it is a shit show in the fucking comment sections. Especially if it's pro Xbox. That's the best one. I'm really fucking... Oh my god, dude. So they figured out what was wrong with the... I don't know, was it the 2090-90WX? Whatever, there was one that was having performance issues, and I think they finally figured out why it was doing it, so they fixed it. Or someone fixed it. But that's not why we're here. We're here fucking video game news. Let's go down here and let's see if there's any more interesting shit. So we won't go look at patents for improved controllers. It's not that important. Catherine is awesome. I bought the special edition of that game. Snowboarding the next phase. Don't care. That's stupid. 2019. I don't care about that. That's not important. 2084 is an unsettling cyberpunk shooter. Brimming with potential. Tips for playing Ashen. That's actually pretty cool. I might have to look at that. Lord of the Rings games put on the ring and disappeared. Yeah, I haven't seen a new Lord of the Rings game in forever. That seems kind of strange, right? Let's see. We got anything else news-wise? There has to be more fucking news. Because I haven't said, and there's shit happened. Let's go over. Fuck it. I thought I had a comment. Let's go into reset era, because I love to fucking hate myself. This shit pisses me off so much. These motherfuckers ban me, but you know, clear cookies. Go back on here so I can read this shit. Red Dead Redemption Guacamelee 2 pre-orders. February Humble Bundle. I might have to go and look at that Humble Bundle. Reset eras, more bullshit stories, Amazon Prime. They were supposed to be sold off by now. Original, I still don't know why they play. Alana Pearson, some past mentioned by Ken Lobb. IGN first showed an Anthem video, no Crackdown to be seen. Well, that sucks. Fucking, I hope the IGN doesn't get the first. I hope it's some smaller. That's what they needed to start showing some love to some smaller groups. Like the Coalition. That'd be great. Actually, that's who the Coalition, Xbox Coalition, you know, Microsoft's the Coalition. They should go, and the Coalition should do. The Coalition, one of my favorite websites, by the way. They should do a special, only the Coalition, with the Coalition for the next. That's actually pretty cool. The next Xbox, or the next fucking Gears of War. I don't know why I said next Xbox. That would be pretty cool too, but the next Gears of War, that'd be pretty awesome. Let's see. They got anything interesting? Sometimes it'll be in here, right? You'll see. Let's go up to news. News. Do you not have news section? Jesus, there's our news section. More news. Stupid. Survive. The Walking Dead. You know, I haven't played season 2 at all. I didn't even finish season 1. I played Below, and it is confusing trying to get started in that game. There's like, and the start of the game takes a really long time to actually get started, and it was really a pain in the ass. The Smash Stick. That looks really fucking confusing. That looks really confusing. Like, is the black buttons different from the white buttons, or is it just two different layouts? I don't know. I don't even want to fucking look at it. Let's see. Let's go next page. They did an interview with Mark Wahlberg. Marky Mark! World of Final Fantasy. Marijuana farming for U.S. Brent Lee shares his in-depth thoughts on marijuana farming in the U.S. That looks like a bad decision. I like money-wise. Like, why the fuck do you need that? That looks horrible. Man, that's just weird. What are we looking for? I'm bored. Yeah. That's it. They didn't do anything. They didn't have anything really. Close that. Close that. But that would be cool. The coalition to do something with the coalition. I think it makes sense. Ha! I currently don't own an Xbox product, nor do I have a PC hooked up at home, but I still visit this thread daily. Y'all rock. And I'll probably be joining in the future in the fun next gen, or sooner if I can get xCloud Alpha, Beta, or whatever. You don't have a lot of people like this guy on this site. This game is underrated. Era Sea of Thieves is one of the best new IPs last year. Let's see. That's just bullshit. Anyways, so Sea of Thieves is getting a new add-on. Everybody knows about that. How long have we been going? I know it. This thing have a timer. Yeah, 51 minutes. I guess that's about it, guys. An hour stream-ish. An hour-ish stream. That's about worth it. And I forgot to record this. So that sucks. That really does suck. I know I hit record, but it didn't record. Anyways, I'm going to end the stream. Thanks everybody for watching. If you like doing this video, I'm going to try and get this on... I'm going to try. It says it hasn't dropped anything. So if this is good, I'm going to go ahead and download this off of Mixer. This is supposed to stream on all my stuff, so it should be up on YouTube as well. So anyways, thank you everybody. You could donate to the site. I'm trying to remember what the hell my ooh. Like here, donation. Look, this is what. Oh, hold on. Did you guys see that? I don't even know if you guys saw that. It's look, John donated $12. That's my. Here's this. I just subscribed to myself. Look, I just followed myself. Anyways, on Mixer / Cueil, CUEIL. You can donate. There's a little donation link. You don't have to. But I might start that show. That's actually a really cool idea, and I might do it. Where I just go and read stupid comments on freaking on freaking M4G. How great would that be? Oh my god, I might do that. I might have to do that. That actually sounds really freaking good. Anyway, peace out, people. I'm over here 53 minutes and some seconds out.